What is going on, folks? I hope y'all's Friday is going well. Your boy Southpaw Brad here, and I'm at least, so my last video was 2 weeks ago, so I'm at least trying to get back in the swing of things. It's not, months and months of inactivity. So trying to get back in the swing of things, and I figured a couple times a month would be good to get the juices flowing again. But so what I've got today is some pickups. Some of this stuff is from my LCS. Some of this stuff is from eBay. I've got a giveaway winning. I actually said contest winning. It wasn't really a contest. It was just a giveaway from a show. And there's a little bit of cards. There's a little bit of CGC slab stuff. We got all kinds of stuff to share today. So I appreciate you taking the time to check it out. And if you can't catch the live, thanks for watching on the rewind. So I appreciate it. So this stuff, if those of you who have been following me from the beginning know that I had these two towers of boxes back here, stuff that I've ordered over the course of a year, like all of last year, and I would stack them up, and my goal was one box per show. It was each box was content, and I would do a show for for that, and I just enjoyed sharing what I got. Then work kind of got in the way, and I was missing stuff to read, so I started kind of going through some of those. One of these, so I am opening one of those boxes, or I have opened it because I want to make sure that, so the box I'm opening, I ordered and received last May. So May 2022 was when I ordered that box. So I had to go through and make sure I knew, like, why did I buy this? What's the significance and that kind of stuff. So let's just kind of swing through. Ferdbird, the nerd, what's up, my man? I hope you are doing well. Thanks for checking in. Digger Jim, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I hope you're having a good Friday. If you aren't checking, obviously Ferdbird, the nerd on Instagram and YouTube. Actually, the giveaway winning that I have was sent by Ferdbird, and I think it was from On the Radar. So I've included both of those links in the description. So if you're not subbed to both of those, please do so. Digger Jim as well. I saw the video, Jim, for your latest metal detecting hunt, and that's the breaks, man. I guess you go out for 6 hours and don't find anything. That's nuts. But that's exciting to me. I enjoy watching that. So that's really cool. Phil's Treehouse, what's up, buddy? Phil, we're anxiously awaiting. There's been a name reboot for Phil, and we're anxiously awaiting what's coming down the pike. So Phil's always super supportive. If you're not following him, please do so. Flash by Night Comics, what's up, brother? Hey, have we discussed whether or not you're coming to Heroes Con this year? And if you're coming for more than one day, it would be great to see you again. So thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. Roscoe, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Spec Paul Brad. That's a name that I need to get, actually, for Heroes Con. I need to get a Spec Paul Brad t-shirt made and wear it around at I might get some extra perks for doing that. If I actually rep my fake persona of Spec Paul Brad, and just walk around with that. Nice. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, hope the move goes smoothly. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Saying hi. TJ is not sure about this year. Yeah. Well, just let us know, man. We'll we'll try and track you down if we know what day you're coming. So that would be like I said, it'd be awesome to see you again. It's a great con, I will say. I haven't been to a ton other than like local stuff, but I like it because I really like it because it's a comic book fans con. There's no filler, there's no last year like Souza Michael was there and John Romita Jr. and I mean, it's a who's who. Even some local guy here in Columbia, South Carolina. Sanford Green lives here, so I got to, meet him and tell him, like, hey man, I appreciate your stuff, and I'm in town too. Let's have coffee. So Chuck Brown's another one, writer Chuck Brown. He super nice dude, and he's here in Columbia, and got to meet him. But it's a who's who. I mean, it's a who's who of comic book folks. Hey man, got to bring that money in, brother. I hear you. I was running. I was scared I was going to be a little late today because I was doing today was like heavy paperwork day and then setting up some appointments for tomorrow and that kind of stuff. So I feel you. It's good. Hey, I want to talk to you, Ferd, sometime about it might be interesting for us to. I've sent you some resources, and it might be interesting to kind of, and we even do this on like our professional stream or something, but talk about, you have evidence of what's going on the West Coast. I have some evidence of what's going on here on the East. Now, it's not big city, like huge city stuff, but I'm an hour from Charlotte. I'm an hour from Greenville, South Carolina, hour from Charleston, South Carolina. So, yeah, that's, it might be interesting for us to talk about like what we're seeing, because my whole thing is education and helping folks understand, like, hey, look, the sky's not falling. It feels a little rough and bumpy right now, but this, there's a lot of positives out there too. So I try to like be a source for that stuff. So maybe we could do a little collab on that. You're collabing a lot of those, so I don't know if you got time, brother. I know, man. I know. Let's get him there, Digger. Roy Thomas, yeah, Roy Thomas. I mean, we had a good list, man. We Scotty Young. It was a really good list. Who's who, man. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Thanks, Roscoe. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks, man, for swinging by. Yeah, buddy, do that. Hey, we'll go. We've got a cup, for Columbia's I mean, I like it here, obviously. It's a cool town. But we've got 3 shops. I can if you got some time, man, we'll take you out and hunt, and we'll go eat some good food and grab some lunch and go hunt a little bit. So I am always up for that, TJ. You let me know. Same to you, Roscoe. Have a good one, man. Yeah. I just thought it might be cool, man. It's not a complete apples to apples representation because Columbia is not as big as is where you're located in the Pacific Northwest, but it might just be an interesting sampling to say like, hey, it's not doom and gloom everywhere. So sweet. Let's talk about it, man. That sounds good. Ty Locks the Mighty. What's up, man? That's my roommate. That's my roommate for Heroes Con right there. And apparently, I mean, if you leave Ty Locks up to make the arrangements for the room, next thing that suddenly you're the party room. I'm starting to get the vibe that we're the party room. We're the like, hey, swing by before we head out, man. We got some treats for you. I know I'm going to take bourbon with me. I'm going to have some bourbon, and we'll be try some different stuff. My rule with my bourbon though, and I will share this, ice is allowed. We don't want to overdo it with the ice, but it is not mixing bourbon. So I don't pour some of my bourbon and then go reach for a Coke bottle or something. That is off limits. That's what Jim Beam is for. So but yeah, I'd be happy to try some stuff, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, what's up, Brian LCS? I hope you're doing well, buddy. That was a good time last week, man. And I told y'all, I messaged y'all afterwards. Like that was much needed. That I needed to get out and do that. So I appreciate you guys being my therapy session for the day. Those of you that didn't see on Instagram, me and Brian LCS and Tylox, we all met here in Columbia. Brian was visiting some in-laws, and Tylox is only about an hour-ish away from me. So we all met and had lunch and went out and did some digging and did some, records and comics and all kind of stuff. So it was fun. What's up, Trev? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Hey, you're our sticker. So Trev and I are doing sticker exchanges, and bear with me for a second. I mentioned that somebody was like, "Hey, I need stickers to decorate some stuff." So I said, "Hey, I'll bring some to Heroes Con when we come." And so Trev hit me up and he was like, "Hey, you want to do a sticker exchange?" So I was like, "Absolutely." So I do have that's the Southpaw Brad sticker. Got some of those made up. So yeah, that's they're in the mail, Trev. I sent you those, and then I've also got some I sent you, well, I'll spoil the surprise. It's not much of a surprise, but I also included this was an idea I had last year before Heroes Con. Let's see. I feel like I got a little, bear with me for 1 second. I feel like I cleaned everything, and I feel like I had a little film over my camera. So I sent a couple of stickers, but I also did these were like little business cards I made up. And when I did it for Heroes Con, and when I went, I would just leave, a little handful of them while we were there. So this is the front, and I thought that was kind of neat. Then the back, QR code for my YouTube channel. And it's just like I don't know, what is this? 3x3, 2.5x2.5, something like that. But I was like, I don't know, man. I think I got exactly 0 follows from people at the convention. So it was a big hit. But I'll do it again. I'm just going to I'm going to make it rain on the convention floor with those things this year. So cool, man. That's awesome. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I did one 2 weeks ago, and I'm not on that CJ, that comic journey plan, man. You are killing it, dude. I've really enjoyed your interviews. That has been informative, and you have been able to get some heavy hitters. So if you're not following Comic Journey, please do so. In fact, everybody in the chat has a YouTube and Instagram. So if you're not following them, check them out. But Comic Journey in particular, while we're talking about it, has had some heavy hitters on his interviewed some heavy hitters on his YouTube channel, and it's been very enjoyable. And I probably had some preconceived that's cool, thanks, man, preconceived notions about some of those guys that you interviewed, and I had a little different perspective afterwards. Awesome, dude. All right, so we've done our intros. We got some people watching. Let's get into things. I got my little cheat sheet here. So I mentioned in the beginning, those of you who have followed me from the get-go, remember the towers of books? Well, when I went on my little hiatus because I was focusing on work got in the way of the hobby kind of thing. I had 2 towers of, up to here of books, and I needed stuff to read, so I just gradually would whittle it down. It's actually the thing that kept me tethered to the hobby while I was focusing on work. But I realized I had to go back, and I said, well, let's open one of these. Then I've got some local pickups and some eBay stuff and the giveaway win. And so I realized I've got to figure out, like, why did I buy this stuff? So this box that I opened, I ordered it on May 10th of last year. So it sat in a box this whole time. It's almost like opening a time capsule into my life a year ago. But I had to figure out, like, Brad, why in the hell did you buy this book? You know, what's the significance? So I apparently at the time I was kind of intrigued by, did a little deep dive on Amadeus Cho and his in particular his relationship with Hercules. Like, they're best friends, you know, they're like super close. So with this run of I got my little cheat sheet here. This run of the Incredible Hercules, Amadeus Cho is in all this entire storyline, you know. He's in the whole thing. So the first one I picked up, so I wanted to connect the dots and kind of explore that a little bit. So this is primarily reading material to learn a little more about Amadeus Cho. His, I can't remember the number, but in this run, his origin does take place in this run, and there's actually multiple parts to it. So, but this one was first appearance of the God Squad. The God Squad was put together to fight the Skrull Pantheon. So they were a team that was put together to fight Skrulls. But Amadeus Cho is very prominent in this run, and I think I had a little stretch of that run, and this is one of the ones that I needed to to do that. I want to read it and just kind of understand it a little more. So so that one is the Incredible Hercules number 117. Up next, what's up, Pops and Comics? Thanks for swinging by, buddy. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Up next, was there any? So this is just another Amadeus Cho tie-in. Him and Hercules. I don't know why, dude. I'm in a habit of at least getting two of each one. But this is issue 119 of the Incredible Hercules. Again, they're good friends. I'm kind of putting that run together to read it and understand it. And I'm probably going to skip ahead to the next couple of books that I'm about to show you. So I mentioned, gosh, I can't remember. Is it? Maybe it's like 116 or 118, somewhere in there, was the origin of Amadeus Cho. And it's him running, and there's these brains flying after and chasing him. And it's the origin of Amadeus Cho. So I got to looking at this Incredible Hercules run and realized, well, that's part of the story. There's more to it. So the Incredible Hercules 135, journey back to World War II with Mastermind Excel Cho. So he's like fighting Nazis in this, but I thought he was younger. But this is like part 2 of his origin story, and it's interesting because this is issue 135, and this is part 2 of that origin story. So I'm interested to. I think I'm going to skip ahead and just read the origin, and check that out, and get a little insight into him. But this is part 2 of that origin. Again, I got to, what I usually do is I'll pick one of these is clearly a worse copy than the other. So then I don't feel bad about reading them and potentially, doing damage to them. So I always get to, it's an expensive quirk I have, or can be. So, so the next one is, so they skip an issue. So 135 is part 2 of that origin story. 137 is part 3. So this is actually the conclusion of that Amadeus Cho origin story. So the Incredible Hercules 137 concludes that Amadeus Cho origin story. Hercules also battles Thor in this issue. So again, I got two. I'll pick the one with the most color-breaking spine ticks, and those will be the ones I read. So now you're getting a glimpse into why I was opening these things, because I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, I forgot I was in a little Amadeus Cho kick for a while there. Next so the next one is Uncanny X-Men Annual 12. So everybody recognizes the obvious first. So it's X-Baby's first appearance in this issue. I bought it because there's an interesting character first appearance in here as well. His name is Matthew Plunder. So he is the son. Hang on a sec. Let me. Is 133? I was thinking it was 130, but is it 133? The one with the brains are chasing him, Ferd? I couldn't remember the number, but I do have that one too. That's the expensive one of the three. These other origin books, like I think I bought these at my comic shop for about $2.50. So less than cover price, $2 a piece, maybe. Less than cover price. So yeah, I'll read the expensive one and then piece together the others. Nicholas Gultra, what's up, man? AKA Michelob Ultra. I'll never, for the rest of my life, forget you sharing that. In high school, your friends called you Michelob Ultra. That's awesome. Good to see you, buddy. Sweet, man. I appreciate it, Eduardo. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Yeah, that's cool, dude. I appreciate you swinging by. Yeah, okay. Of course you do. Look at this flex, folks. Look at this. Flexing. This it's not an easy book to find. I mean, I don't know that people really cared, you know. It's not a super easy book to find, but I don't know if a lot of people were buying that run, but I do think it's a good one to have for sure. Jizzy Gillespie, what's up, man? Thanks for swinging by, buddy. Yeah, definitely. So if you notice on the Discord will that On the Radar Discord will be mentioned later because I have a winning from one of the shows. And the link to their YouTube channel is in the description. And from there you can navigate to the Discord if it's something. But it's cool. They talk about, you know, obviously comic books, a huge part of what we talk about there. And you're like, well, what the heck is Discord? It's basically like a so I'm a member of like other groups. So I'm a member of like a private cigar club group, and it's basically like our message board. You know, it's a message board for collectible folks. We definitely, comic books, huge part of it. But there's sports cards, Pokemon cards, people who are into vinyl collecting, video game collecting, and grading and learning about that stuff. It's really cool. So if you're into that stuff, or if you want to figure out, you know, like, hey, I'm kind of into, I didn't realize you could grade video games or, you know, this kind of stuff. So definitely check it out. 22 Comics, what's up, buddy? Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. Chop and Drop, always in the chat. My man, we appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for swinging by. There we go. Eat lunch on a Friday. We made it to Friday. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are. But here it is like 85 degrees and sunny. We've got some college baseball in town this week. The University of South Carolina, my alma mater, we're ranked in the top 15 in baseball this year. I think we lead we've got to lead the NCAAs in home runs. We've jacked like 40 something home runs this year so far. But it's good for baseball down here. If you're a baseball fan, the weather is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's really neat. Hellos and hellos and hellos. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be 85 and then we'll have freezing weather next week. It's just welcome to South Carolina. So, yeah, I appreciate all y'all swinging by. The next book. So, oh wait, I didn't finish this one. So the obvious, X babies. I'm not really specking on the X babies, but there was a character I was interested in learning a little more about. So Matthew Plunder is the son of Kazar and Shayna the she devil. Shanna, Kazar. You pick your pronunciation. But so it's the son of Kazar and Shanna the she devil is his first appearances in this. And not to mention this book, it's in great shape. This book's 35 years old, It's like if you're not buying it for the contents, in general, it's just an old. I mean, I can't believe this was what was it, 88? Yeah, 88. I mean, I just can't believe it's it's an old X-Men annual. So X-Men annual 12. Well, Brian, when you move down here, please leave that behind. Leave your weather behind. I would greatly appreciate it if you would do me that solid. All right, I kind of wrote these down in order. Now this is a character I think I think it's pretty cool. And they've used a lot. Now, when I look at X-Men characters, I want to see that they're using them a good bit. Like, are they on other teams, or was it kind of a flash in the pan thing back in the 90s, or what's the deal? So this particular character, so this is New X-Men 23. And this is first appearance of Gentle. Gentle has like superhuman strength and durability, and he's a Wakandan. So I think he was. Now, I did not read the Black Panther run with Tosin, but I'm pretty sure he was featured in that book. So he's a guy they're using. I think he's in X-Men Red now, which I'm also not reading, so I don't want to, present something that I'm not certain about because I haven't read it. But just looking at his track record, he's used a lot. And I was like, Wakandan character, somebody they would use. That's kind of neat. So Gentle, New X-Men, number 23. You got, not the best cover art is a nice way of saying it. X23 on the cover, so that's cool. But yeah, I got two of those, both direct editions. And yeah, I don't want to go from cold weather right to 80-ish, not 80, but 85, 90 degrees. I need some springtime in there. Whew. Y'all making me feel I gotta get out. Yeah, I can't sit in the house. I gotta get out. If not for anything else, then to just do it for you guys. I've never done a cruise, Eduardo. Actually, I've done like all inclusive, but never a cruise. I might just do that. Maybe I'll do, I graduated in the 80s, so maybe I'll do like one of those hair metal 80s rock cruises and go see, Cinderella or somebody. But I would like to do it. I think it would be a lot of fun. That is rough. So up next, Wolverine and the X-Men, number 36. Cool cover, and Kamun Kohli did the artwork inside. Nice cover. This has like several first appearances of some future X-Men or variants of X-Men. One in particular I thought was neat that I wanted to read a little more about. Several future X-Men appearances. Chimera is she actually has a pet Black Panther. I don't know if I can't really tell if she's on the cover. I don't see her, but she has a pet Black Panther. I think she's just probably powers similar to like Black Panther. And in fact, in the solicitation, they mentioned that there's potential that she could possibly be the daughter of T'Challa. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool, and I wanted to get this and check it out and see for myself what hey, what's the deal with this Chimera Wakandan character who is possibly the daughter of T'Challa. You know, when we were talking about, there was so much spec about like all these huh, old Jericho, huh? He's Fozzy. That's his band is Fozzy, right? Yeah, that's cool. Is Ralph in here? Did I miss Ralph? Well, if I oh yeah, there you are down there. Look at him sneaking in there. Yeah, I know, dude. That's what's up, Ralph? How you doing, man? Really enjoy your insight on the show. We missed you this week. Um, yeah, we missed Ralph has got some I want to see Journey banging his head to Fozzy. Hey, when you and Brian LCS road trip from New York for Heroes Con, y'all could listen to Fozzy, and that should keep you awake the whole time, all 12 hours. That would be pretty cool. So, is that back with? Oh, it's this is an older book. This has been out for a while. Yeah, this is I wonder if it's on here. I think so. The labels only have, yeah, they only say when the run started. So this is issue 36. The run started in 2011. So let's assume, so it's a 2014 ish, mid 2000s book. Yeah, it's an older thing. So, um, a future, a futuristic, and they were part of like the Jean Grey school or something. So, I'm interested to find out a little more. And I was kind of like everybody else. I was a little like, hey, let me grab these $2 books with the offspring of T'Challa just in case. Awesome, dude. Thank you, sir. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of really valuable information. Again, link to the YouTube is down here, and there's a link from there to the Discord. So it's just a cool, really cool message board, man. I just kind of keep it up in the background while I'm working, and every once in a while, there's a lot more stuff. There's a lot more stuff on there. Um, that I'm not into. There's stuff about action figures. I don't really do like Pokemon stuff yet. So I kind of just hit the highlights, the stuff that I enjoy. And and so there's some new things like the vinyl stuff has been cool, but like our Floam here, he's kind of like the source for a lot of the NFT stuff and um shoe drops, Jordan drops and stuff, really cool stuff. So yeah, that's it's a lot of fun. Got a couple more books here, and then I got some different stuff I'm going to show. Um, yeah, I'll definitely need my cheat sheet for this name. So Silver Sable and the Wild Pack number 9. A couple of those. That's every once in a while, if you get multiples, they'll send you one newsstand and one direct. So that's a good little tip at my comic shop. Every once in a while, they'll send you. Who did this? If this cover does not scream 90s, and in fact, issue 1 is like Silver Sable with the embossed foil, that the classic 90s, like, hey, high end because it's embossed foil. So, but this is the first appearance, the significance of issue 9, first appearance of Ernst Sablinova. He's the first Silver Sable. I think it's the father of this Silver Sable. There was some speculation he might pop up in a show. The speculation was a year ago. I'll bite if it's a couple of bucks. I'm not spending 10 or 15 bucks on I'm not spending 10 or 15 bucks on like, you know, a fly by night spec, but if I can do it for a couple of bucks, I'll take a shot. Last but not least, this was a cool one when, you know, they were talking about the Marvels and who might show up. And this is a cool book just in general. This one's actually still polybagged, but this is Silver Surfer Annual number 6. And it's the first appearance of Legacy. And yeah, you can see it's polybagged with a I don't want to. I think it's in there pretty good with the bag in a bag. But I was going to show I was going to show the card. But yeah, kind of cool. Legacy is a Captain Marvel character, and there was some speculation he might pop up. I don't think there is really any. I don't think it's solid spec at all. So yep, cool. Is that where that's coming from? Yeah, I was thinking it was like I thought it was something else, but yeah, that's cool. Who knows about that Craven movie, man? He's supposed to be like an environmentalist or something. Yeah, Genus Vell. Yeah, I like that. That book wasn't expensive. I mean, for a while there, when I was looking at it, it was like you know, $15 to $20 book, and then I found a couple of copies at my comic shop for considerably less. So yeah, man. I mean, there's a buy-in. There's a buy-in that I will that I, you know, a certain price I will buy in. You know, I'll give it a shot at a certain price. Son of Marvel. Yeah. Thanks for filling in blanks, dude. Like I said, I bought that a year ago, so it's been sitting in a cardboard box on my desk. Yeah, who knows, dude? There's no telling. They mash up a lot. They like to mash up with that MCU stuff. So, all right. So when me and Brian LCS and Tylox went hunting, picked up some stuff. So I'll just kind of run through that. I'm reading Amazing Spider-Man. It's all right. You know, it's not spectacular. It's not amazing for sure. It's not great. They've introduced a lot of characters, but it doesn't seem to there doesn't seem to be a lot of longevity. You know, these, you know, maybe I don't know. I want to see, like, if I'm going to spec on a character, I want to see them use them. I want to see some, you know, they did the solo for the Hallows Eve. I need to see a little bit more on that if I'm going to buy it. I like the character. Yeah, no amazing, no spectacular. It's just Spider-Man. It's barely that. But 19, 20, and 21. I don't know. I'm going to stick with it a little bit longer just to see. I mean, they're 2 years in and still haven't fully explained what's happening. So I will say Detective Comics. I am buying and reading. I'm caught up now. The first couple, it was a little slow. I'm not going to lie, but you will be rewarded if you stick with it. Because I was like, he's really building story, and Ram V writes this, and I'm a big fan. He's going to build the story up. You know, he's not going to jump right in. He's taking his time writing, and I appreciate that. So about 3 issues in, I was like, God, man, I'm not sure where it's going. And then all of a sudden, the scales were lifted from my eyes, and I could see. So I've really enjoyed this. I'm reading it. I'm sticking to it. If you have not read, and I've blamed Tylox for this many times. If you have not read Swamp Thing by Ram V, do yourself a favor. There are times where I've read it and just been like, wow, like just it's poetic. It's poetry. It's amazing. So I'm reading that for sure. Um and sticking with that. I'll tell you another one. Not many people are talking about it, and I think because I think people like to comment on this particular title and go by just the like the covers. A lot of people see like, oh, they're doing a they're doing a like a Weapon X version of Ghost Rider. Dude, check this cover out. I mean, how dope is that cover? I'm reading it. It wasn't on my pull list, but when I go get my pull list, I'm like, oh, I need this one, and this one. I'll grab them. And it's really been good. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, it's compelling. Um, there's a reason. I mean, I do think without if you don't have any insight, yes, the idea of a Weapon X version of Ghost Rider is absurd. I'll give you that. Um, and yeah, dude, definitely check it out. I've been preaching. I've been talking about it on the Discord, like pushing it like crazy. You think I was on Ram V's staff or something? Um, but I am not. I'm just a fan. Uh, Damien, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, man. Um, one of my favorite reviewers. I don't just as thorough of a review guy. Um, Omnibuy and titles that he's reading. Do yourself a favor, check out Sleepy Reader 666. Damien is great. You're also located in the Pacific Northwest, correct, Damien? So yeah, check him out if you're not. I don't know that we do, and I don't know that we really need. There's so I'll give you the premise without spoiling. He's been good, and I passed his cover for this one. That's fine. I can't remember who did this, but I passed right over it for this one because I was like, dude, I love this cover. Dave Raposa. Dave Raposa did this one. So I love that, man. Fantastic. And I try not to get into the cover by, I'm reading it. So I try not to get into the whole cover by hype, but I happen to be reading this one. So I was like, well, if I'm reading it, I may as well get my favorite cover. So good stuff. But I've enjoyed it. I mean, so I would agree, Comic Journey, we do not necessarily need more Weapon X characters. To give a synopsis, so Blackheart has wreaked havoc on the country, and they're going to these really dense areas to basically strike down where there's a lot of like activity, like a lot of this not cult, but supernatural activity. So they were in Louisiana. I think currently they're in Savannah, Georgia. So they're going around. Blackheart has just, like released all this stuff, and that's where these Exhaust was a new villain that they introduced. Yeah. I agree, Ralph. That's a really cool character. That one just ran through that one just ended like last issue, and they're getting into the next one. So I've enjoyed it, man. Sweet. That's cool, man. Yeah. Ryan's good people, man. Good people. This next one, so this was at the LCS. I think the remainder of these I picked up at the LCS. So issue 5 had help me out. I 22. I know you got this. You're my backup. You're running point for me on um issue 5, the new character that they introduced. This is the first issue 1 was the first appearance of the person who became that character. So I didn't remember who it was, but I picked it up just to this one shop we went to was buy 3 get 1 free. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and snag that. So that was on the shelf. They also had this one's for old Ferd here. Iron Fist #1. Second print was there we go, Dream Spider. I knew you had it, man. Man, as many comic books as you read, I'd be disappointed if you didn't know that. So the character that becomes Dream Spider is her first appearance is in issue 1. And it's 6, not 5. Cool. Well, good luck finding it because it's but I mean I think I'll just ride it out. I'm not Southpaw Brad is not getting FOMO over yet another Spider character, you know. But yeah, second print on Iron Fist #1. Cool. It's actually taken from the interior artwork, but cool book. And I know Ferd's a big fan of this iteration of Iron Man, so that was on the shelf, so I just snagged it. This one I loved, and I wanted to pick it up early on, and then I forgot to add it to my pull list, but the artwork, just the only reason I bought this was for the artwork. I'm not really a Planet of the Apes fan, but that ominous Galactus in the background, like through the clouds, it's almost like a lightning strike illuminated the clouds, and there's Galactus standing in the background, and it's just great artwork, man. Love it. Well, you got it. You got to be doing some research, brother. There ain't no doubt about that. This next one, Dark Knights of Steel, 4 of 12. I just got it because it was a Harley cover, second print, and this is Joshua Middleton. Second print Harley cover. Pretty cool. So it was $8, but this was also one of those buy 3 get 1 free. So it was reduced. I think that's about what they're going for, but I just thought that was cool, man. That kind of old school looking. Yeah, man, I agree. It was really cool. Yeah, it takes research takes my reading time and my work time. Unfortunately, that's why I had to take a break from. I had to put myself in time out from YouTubing. At least for now, I did YouTube for work. I'm in real estate, as a lot of you know, but yeah, I was doing a little YouTube for work related stuff. So next one, this is quite the long shot, but I think it's a cool character. If I were as thorough as Ferdbird the Nerd is, I would have slides for this, and I'm just slack enough not to have done that. But I do like this. I think the character looks cool, and anytime you get Spider-Man and Deadpool teamed up, but Spider-Man Deadpool #9. First appearance of Itsy Bitsy. That's her on the cover, but she's kind of like a punk rock version of a Spider villain. And that was part of that buy 1 get 1 or buy 3 get 1 free. So I grabbed a couple of those. This one just I don't know. I think it was the yellow cover and the mashup of Deadpool and Howard the Duck. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me right. Deadpool the Duck #1, David Nakayama cover. I was like, damn, I got to see what's up with that. That was just intriguing enough to, he's got little boots on his. So cool cover. But I am a sucker for these color splash, like a solid color in the background. I'm a bit of a sucker for that stuff. So pick that one up. And then these are all the same book, 4 of these. So You guys will have to remind me this name as well. But that's what I like about my chats. We do interact. If you're typing, I'm checking checking to see. Yeah, let's Eduardo, let's hope that they do it right, you know? Let's hope that they do it right. Because that was my favorite character as a kid, my favorite villain as a kid. Let's issue 5. Okay, cool. I did get something right. See there? Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, I guess technically, I don't know technically if it's true because he had a lot of trophies, so I don't know that that's really who he is. But yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Yeah, I agree, man. That's cool. Um, I know. I feel like I need maybe get my niece a plush of that or something. It's pretty cool. But so Star Wars Life Day issue 1. So this is the first appearance of Buri Yaga. It's a Jedi Wookiee. First appearance. And I was like, I need to, if I can get them for like cover price or less, I probably need to get a few more of those just to kind of leave around, just to put in a box and wait and see what happens. Because I do think the notion, I don't think they ever intended to really do like a Wookiee Jedi, but first appearance is in this book, and it's something Buriaga or something, but he's a Jedi Wookiee. And I said, man, that would be cool. Well, they were buy 3 get 1 free, so I was like, I need to, if I can get them for cover price or less, let's grab a few more. So that's what I did. They had 4 of them, so I just snagged all of them. I like that book, man. Is that the one where it looks like a ceremony on the cover? And I think Chewbacca is on the cover of that one. But I think it looks kind of like a ceremony, like they're on the steps of leading up to temple or something. Come on, man. Think outside the Lucasfilms. I mean, for the longest time, they weren't gonna, he was adamant about it, but he took the money and ran, so he don't get to make the decisions anymore. Yeah, I like that one. No, Chewbacca doesn't need one, but some of the others might. Chewbacca's pretty dope. The next 3, I will need my cheat sheet for some of this too. So, like when we were digging, this was at a different shop. All this Damien talk and stuff. I was like, I'm digging through and I saw this. It was $10. I said, dude, I got to get this, man. Batman, Son of the Demon. It is a big, hefty, heavy, like I guess they call it a graphic novel, but it's definitely like prestige or magazine size. But this is like, I think, first appearance of Damian Wayne. It's out of continuity, but he's in this. So I said, shoot, man, for $10, I don't see it a ton. Let's snag that one. And the cover's great, man. Really cool cover. So grab that. And then, like, I'll tell you, the Discord is awesome. That On the Radar Discord is really good, but it does make you think about stuff you never collected before, and it's not a bad thing. But looking in that same batch, I saw, a lot of people were talking about like heavy metal covers and stuff. Check this out, dude. How dope is that? So Olivia, and I'm gonna butcher the heck out of this. Olivia de Dennis. I can't even read my own writing. So I'm gonna butcher it and I'm gonna like totally write it sloppily so I can't read it. But they just call Olivia. Did a ton of these covers. And has a few books out there too, comic books. But that is just so cool, man. So cool. Never bought heavy metal before. I didn't even open this, but because it looked like it hadn't been open, I didn't want to. So maybe I'll find a beat copy. And this one I was so impulsive. I didn't. It's got a little dog ear in the bottom corner there, but I said, well, for $10, maybe this will be the beat copy, and I'll get another one. Just thought that was really interesting. Like the mind to come up with something like that is really cool. So we catch up real quick. Yep. Yeah, that's right. One shot. I know. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. He's he's a badass, man. That was I like him too. It'll be cool to see. Yeah. So baby, and I don't think it's in continuity either. So but I just thought $10, man. I just thought it was cool. I agree, Damien. Keep this guy straight, would you? I know it's a tall order, but hey, you never know. You really never know. Um a hard time for so one other cover. Where'd you get that? What's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate you hanging out on a Friday afternoon. I was working feverishly this morning and leading up to this live stream and trying to get some things done. I've got some appointments tomorrow with I've had a lot of older couples who they kind of have too much house for what they need. So I really enjoy helping those folks like find something. And a lot of them, I've worked with couples who haven't bought a house in 40 years, and they don't know the process, and they just almost blindly trust you. And it's my pleasure to usher them through that process. So that's the case tomorrow. I'm helping a couple. They've got a tri-level house, and it's getting a little tough to navigate. So we need to find them a one story and and help them find some, something that's easier to navigate and a little bit safer for them to navigate. So cool. Yeah, I would love to. Well, maybe it's not cool. The old HELOC. Um, I don't know. Do you get paid as much for that, Ferd, as you do a regular loan, or no? But I know it's the same amount of work, basically. Here was another Olivia cover, and this one, as dope as the other one was, check this one out. I mean, that is gorgeous. Really cool. That's just wicked, man. That is, I mean, to that talent and the mind to come up with with that is just amazing to me. So yeah, that's yeah, thank you Discord for ushering me into one other thing I didn't really need to get into, but yeah. Hey man, whatever puts food on the table, man. That's my motto. Yeah, the artwork's awesome on that. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I was an art student actually, Ferd. In fact, I always get that wrong. The Shaquille O'Neal picture, I drew that. That's circa 1994. So I'm glad Roscoe's gone, because he would give me shit about not continuing to draw, because I say I don't have the time. I really don't make the time, because we make time for what we want to do. But yeah, I did that drawing back in 94. Yeah, we make time for the stuff we really want to do. Like I'm trying to make time. I've been going to the gym in the mornings. I've been like super slack since the time change, man. It's just wreaked havoc on me. And I'll double back and get that for you, Eduardo. Um, that's yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, that's I've been going to the gym every morning, like 6:30 every morning, and I got used to it. And then the time changed, and I've just like I wake up and I feel like I've been hit with a baseball bat. You know, it's like, huh, it is rough. So yeah, maybe I'll do a show where I show some of my drawings and stuff. Yeah, I used to be in graphic design, and a lot of graphic design and illustration was a lot of what I did, and art history. So up next, now this was a Ferdbird, the nerd influenced. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Y'all made me feel, man. I'm glad I did the stream. I needed a little pick me up, man. Y'all making me feel good about myself. I do appreciate it. This is a Ferdbird, the nerd influence purchase. I saw this pop up. So this is is this 1 in 10, Ferd? Is that, I thought it would say on here. I think this is the 1 in 10. 1 in 10 of this one. Iron Fist 1. So the same cover I showed a little while ago. That was the second print of this. The second print is here. And this is the 1 in 10, 9.8. It was $45 plus shipping. So basically for, I think it was less than $62. And I went back and looked. So the cover A in a 9.8, you can't get for what I paid for this. So I just jumped on it, man. I had to get it. I like the cover. You know, sometimes you just see now, if you're in buying mode right now, it's a good time to be in buying mode. I definitely would. Yeah, I definitely would. If you can, don't spend money you don't have, but if you can, it's a good time to buy. Circumstances, what's up, man? You late? You're there's no, we're not beefing over here. Is that why you didn't show up until late? We're nah, man. I freaking loved if I'm in your corner in every battle you want to take on. I'm in your corner. So I'm and I really liked I'll tell you one of the thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy. I'll tell you one of the things. You have been busy. I've seen you fired up once or twice. We need to hit that. Yeah, when we hit we'll mellow. I'll mellow you out a little bit when we hit that cigar bar in Charlotte for Heroes Con and we shut it down again. We'll decompress a little bit. So yeah, sure. Take that. So it's the 1 in 10. And Lin Lai becomes the new Iron Fist. So same book as this is the second print that I picked up. This is the 1 in 10. So, dude, I mean, just scour, like, if you think there's a chance, or if you just like the character or like the book, go scour scour eBay and do a search for, like, pick your price. You know, if you say, I want CGC 9.8 and that's it, and just set a max price of $50 and see what pops up. That's a great plan. You know, if you want to just like Is that right? We're going to do it, man. We are going to do it. Thank you. Thank you. What are you talking about? Is something up with my Wi-Fi? This is the second stream you've said that in. We got to get you hardwired. I am hardwired, actually. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Is it choppy? I've got I'm not on Wi-Fi, brother. Key collector says 1 in 25. I don't think that's right. Maybe it's off. Huh. That could be that could be my camera. Let me rub that camera a little bit. Stupid thing. Hang on a sec. Bear with me. This high production the camera is not great. And I bought another camera that's supposed to be better and it looks like shit. So yeah. Hardwired, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's this camera isn't great, but this is on my laptop. Son of a biscuit. I might just need to reset the thing. I might just need to reset it. Yeah, I got it's running in the background. Should I not do that? Should I not run the Napster in the background? Eduardo, you had mentioned show the Silver Surfer again. So it's Silver Surfer Annual number 6. And they if you buy it at my comic shop, they'll have like a bagged or an unbagged. I mean, I think I bought this bag. I don't intend to keep it in the bag. I don't know. I mean, I also don't intend to grade it really. So, all right. Oh, I did want to show, this is kind of unique. So we went, Tylots came down a little early and we went early to do a little digging and, that is crazy. Well, maybe I need to kill the hardwire. Let's see what happens if I do the Wi-Fi back. Let's see if it's better. All right, so hang tight. We're gonna try this, folks. Unplug this and see what happens. Is it any better? Now, audio is great. Wouldn't it be weird if because I bought this get getup for my just for that reason, because I've seen other people talk about it. Huh? Maybe it's something up with the wow. Well, Wi-Fi is the way to go, folks. Who would have thunk it? Nice. Huh. Well, I thought I was being smart doing the hardwiring it. So maybe that is crazy that shouldn't be the case. Good. Well, let's finish this thing strong then, folks. And next time we know, God, this sucks, dude. I know, but it's not supposed to. Wi-Fi is not supposed to be better than cool. Cali Comics, what's going on? Appreciate you swinging by, hanging out this beautiful Friday afternoon. Yeah, that's not supposed to be the case, man. Wi-Fi is not supposed to be better, but I'm going to roll with it from here on out. So thanks for letting me know, circumstances. I appreciate you, buddy. So me and Tylos got here a little early, and we went. We decided to go do some. I know he's big into vinyl, and I've been buying some that I eventually want to listen to when I eventually get a turntable. And you know, Cup of Comics, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, who knows? It could be. It could court. Yeah, I'll know next time. I won't even try it next time. That's crazy. But I eventually will get a turntable, want to get a record player and do all that stuff. So we went to a cool shop, Papa Jazz. They actually got a little kind of like a punch card where they can, once you spend a certain amount of money, you get a discount, which is cool. Picked up a little Paul's Boutique vinyl. And they had a bunch of, because my thing was like, I'm buying stuff to listen to right now. And so of course Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys, not well received when it came out, but I mean I liked it when it came out, but very a lot of laws were created based on this album coming out. So I picked that one up. And then they have a bunch of like used vinyl. And this is some of the craziest, weirdest stuff that that I could, after seeing that, because I was also looking at like, oh man, I wonder if we've got any, because I want to get like some of the Metallica catalog and stuff like that. Some of this stuff is just like bananas. Like, why would you get this? But this was used $5. Neil Diamond, the jazz singer. I was like, why not, man? That's kind of cool. They've got a lot of his great hits on there. This one, dude, this took me back to my, I don't know, like early middle school days, little flash dance soundtrack. Irene Cara, flash dance, what a feeling. She's a maniac. So that one took me back. And then this one, so this was playing when we walked in. And it was there you go, man. That's it was just like so random. But I said for $5, man, I gotta get that. They were playing this artist over, throughout the store. And it was haunting. Like I know, man. I saw that, dude. I saw that. Such a good, good movie. I lumped that movie in with a lot of other movies from that time, like Flashdance with like Footloose, and a lot of those movies from back then. Very similar and inspirational. Oh, no problem. I'll set it off to the side. Yeah, that's it. Silver Surfer Annual 6. First appearance of Legacy. Some will be, if you buy it at my comic shop, some will be bagged, some will not. I would buy either one. I'd buy either one. So this artist was playing in the background, and it was haunting. It just gripped my soul, and I did what all old school, music lovers do. I pulled out Shazam and Shazammed to see who it was. It was Mahalia Jackson. So I bought a used Mahalia Jackson album for $8. It's her greatest hits. I'm not even sure if the song they were playing is on here, but I said that it was more than the song, it was the voice that just gripped me. I was like, I could see me doing some cleaning and just playing a little Mahalia Jackson in the background. So that's my random vinyl haul for for last week when we went hunting. And again, very, if you get a chance to hang out with, well, I do have plans to hang out. I've hung out with a lot of you guys in the chat at some point in time or another. But if you get a chance to hang out with uh, either Tylox the Mighty or Brian LCS or both, it's not too much. It's the perfect amount. Hanging out with both is the perfect amount of hangout. I highly recommend it, and I recommend that you do this where you are. You might, if you're on the West Coast, hanging out with Brian LCS, who lives in New York, is not going to be easy. But wherever you are, seek those people out. Good folks, and Brian does a ton for the community, and he is appreciated. So yeah, if you get a chance to hang out with anybody that does this, I highly recommend it. So all right, so on to the winnings, the giveaway. So this was an on the radar thing. I'm not sure how they picked. I'm not sure how they picked who they picked, but and Ferd, if you're still here, you might have to give me a little insight on this character because I am not as versed in the baseball stuff as you are. But you have been talking about this guy for a while. Jared Killenick. So it says he's with the Mets, but was this the player you were talking about who was traded, or what's the deal with him? I've heard y'all talk about it on the show, on the radar show. Good, but a good rookie card, and that's cool, man. I don't have a lot of these modern rookie cards, so, and I am a fan of rookies. I probably do more football and basketball, but yeah, one of the things I want. Now he also threw in Michael Turner cover too. The Batman Superman 8 with the Supergirl, first appearance of the Supergirl character that showed up. Was it Flash? Was it in Flash that this showed up? This book got super hot because of Supergirl. And yeah, that was so got the card, got the book. Thank you so much, Ferd. The book, this book is pretty hot right now. The card is too. So I appreciate the wins, the victories, the giveaways. Oh boy, we know what you're doing, Phil. Have the new cards come out? Have the new cards come out yet, Phil? I'm curious to. I know you are, and you're probably gonna watch a fair amount of that stuff too. Yeah, that book's going up, man. It's cool. It's a Michael Turner, which I really like. So that's all right. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I'm down. We're going Cali Comics. We're gonna get along just fine. I'm down with that. I mean, I don't dislike Campbell, but I would agree that Turner is better than Campbell. Ah, nice. Just enough to whet that appetite, Phil. They're trying to pull you in. I guess the last thing, so I'm a Braves fan. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. That one is over here. Silver Surfer Ghost Light #1, and it is the Planet of the Apes variant. Yeah, so that's issue number 1, Planet of the Apes variant. Very cool cover. Yeah, I forgot to add it on FOC, and I just wanted it just for the cover because I just love the treatment of that with the lightning and the illuminating the clouds, and oh crap, there's Galactus in the background. We're doomed. So I'm a Braves fan with baseballs rolling up here. Yeah, cool. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. So, Braves fan, there's still 2 prospects vying for the 5th starter spot. And here again, I mean, I adopt kind of the same mindset for if I'm specking on comic books or specking on sports cards. There's a buy-in that I'll take a chance on. I'll take a chance there's a price at which I will take a chance on anything. And so one of the one of the players vying for that 5th and final starting pitcher rotation for the Braves is Jared Schuster. Now, how does Cali Comics become a Cubs fan? I heard somebody explain it. They were another surprise Cubs fan, and somebody explained it that when they got home from school, the Cubs didn't have lights, so they were always playing during the day, so they were always on TV. So that's how a lot of people outside of Chicago became Cubs fans. They had to play during the day. So yeah. But so one of the guys vying for that last starting pitcher rotation spot is Jared Schuster. And this is his base first Bowman card. I think he pitched at Wake Forest. Got a good fastball, lefty. Yeah, he's coming down to the wire. Him and Dodd is the other guy. Well, I thought that was a scratch or something on it. It's not. Yeah, Dodd is the other pitcher that's vying for that last spot. So, but yeah, I picked those up. I mean, I don't know what, $2 a piece, maybe. Like I said, this is the base first Bowman, and yeah, vying for that 5th spot for the roster. I picked up 4 of those, so they were, $8 for 4. That's a cheap buy-in. If he makes it and does well. A lot of people would say, well, I don't spec on pitchers or I don't spec on villains. There's a price at which I will spec on a pitcher or another position or a villain. There's a price that I'll take a gamble at. It's not a high price, but cool. All right. There you go. All right, cool. So stuck. Well, I can't say much. Braves are close to Columbia, South Carolina, but I'm a Boston Celtics fan because I graduated in the 80s, and you had 3 choices of the entire NBA. You either liked the 76ers, the Lakers, or the Celtics. I like the Celtics. And then for football, when I got old enough to I went to the University of South Carolina, so that's my college team. But for pro team, when I was a kid, my grandfather liked the Miami Dolphins. So when I was in elementary school, I had a Dolphins jacket. I had the stocking cap with the little pom-pom thing on top. I had a Dolphins belt. And so when I got in high school and I was like, I actually really, need a team to follow because I was playing football. I needed a team to follow and stuff. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back and honor my grandfather by following the team that he introduced me to when I was a child. So I've been Miami Dolphins ever since. And I've since influenced. I've got two younger nephews, and I have since they two of the three. I've got three. I've got three nephews. The oldest and the youngest are Dolphins fans now because I'm a Dolphins fan. So we've kept this lineage going. So my oldest nephew Connor, we went to see the Miami Dolphins last year. Down in Miami, it was amazing, and we've got plans for the three of us to go this year. So, Ferd, you are working way too much for a Friday. I, man, you got to earn that bread, brother. You don't have to apologize to me. You see Yankees, Dolphins, and Lakers. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's bizarre, man. That's out there. Mets to the Mariners. I that's what I thought you said, but I didn't want to say it. So for Cano, that's I think y'all did pretty good on that one, huh? How long did Cano last there, man? Not very long, it doesn't seem like. 22. Did you say are you a Celtics fan, brother? We got something more than comics in common, huh? All right, cool. That's good to know. I'm hey man, that's cool. And that's outfielder. Okay. Dude, I'm glad you're here to fill in the blanks. Super, yeah. That's Flash. All right, cool. Sweet. All right, so yeah, so that's it for me. We are almost an hour and a half in. I try to keep these things short, but that I did have a lot of stuff, and in my defense, it was 2 weeks worth of showing. So yeah, thanks for the giveaway, Ferd. That is super generous of you. I do appreciate it. And the best part is I've got your address on this box, so I'll keep that handy. I appreciate it. So Sunday, this would be 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Is it 1:30? Are you 11 or 11:30? What time's your show Pacific, Ferd? He does a show on Sundays. Really good show with his buddy Pickles Nichols, aka Jason. Um, Jason Jason's a hell of a sport, man. Ferd gives him shit relentlessly, and he just kind of smiles and blows it off. I mean, he's just I'm like that's true friendship right there. I'm with you, man. I love me some Bird. He was just amazing. Sweet. Awesome, dude. That's awesome. So Ferdbird the Nerd, follow on YouTube. You'll get the notification when he posts it because it's I want to say it's either 1 p.m. Sun Eastern Sunday or 1:30 p.m. Let's say 1 p.m. and then you won't miss it. Great show with him and Pickles Nichols. A lot of market information and just stuff that they're picking up, and just a good time. Ferd is a very knowledgeable member of the community, always doing research, and yeah, so make sure you check him out. In fact, link is in the description if you aren't following Ferdbird the Nerd. He gets around, and I've seen him pop up in some of y'all's streams, so that's cool, man. We're trying to connect So one of the issues, as I'm finishing up here, this is comic book community award related. So one of the issues I think with any grassroots organization, word of mouth marketing, it's impossible for it takes time to reach the masses. So we're third year in, it's gotten a little better each year. What I'm seeing is that the comic book community has a lot of, comic book community is, it's a this is the comic book community. And then there's a lot of branches, there's offshoots from different. So the comic book community isn't like one united community. There's a lot of offshoots, a lot of branches, a lot of a lot of different a lot of different tribes. We'll call them tribes. A lot of tribes. Hey, we follow Comic Tom. Hey, we follow, this or this person or that person. And they don't overlap a lot. So if one person decides, if the YouTube comic book content creator decides that the comic book community awards is not important, guess what his fans and followers believe? His or her fans or followers believe. They think it's not important because, I mean, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to sound like, they tend birds, they'll follow those habits. So, yeah. But it's, I think tribe is a good way to put it. And they stay in that tribe. And I bounce around a little bit, comic book whoring around, if you will. But I think we need intermingling a bit because, and I think those, if you don't know what the comic book community awards are about, before you comment on it, do yourself a favor and learn something before you have an opinion, learn something about it. I agree, Damien. Yeah, it's wild. Dude. Yeah, I don't, whatever. I mean, trolls, trolls aren't, there's trolls for everything and they'll always be around. And you know what? It worked. What he was trying to do worked. So, it's like, but I think people, it's hard to, I know how much Brian LCS, who started the comic book community awards, I know how much he was shot down by reaching out to people and saying, they're like, nah, we don't want to be a part. Just take our name out of it. And then turn around and get pissed off because somebody's name wasn't included. Well, how the hell do you expect to get nominated if you tell your people this is stupid? Your people, your fans are the one who's gonna nominate you. It's not gonna magically happen out of thin air. There's no committee who nominate. This isn't the freaking Oscars. There's no committee who nominates these people. Fans nominate who appears in categories. And guess what? Comic Tom and Jim Mint Collectibles cared enough to at least have their fans do the work for them. So there you go, man. I like that. Well, then we bring light to I think the best troll is Comic Journey though. Dude, I mean, let's have the longest title of a, this the comic book, maybe we should change the name of the award to the YouTube Comic Book Content Creator Awards. You're trolling the trolls. Yeah, man. See, that's what makes Brian awesome, is he's got this attitude about it. Well, and Brian, you didn't text me back, but I texted you that you were featured on a show about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Um, and it was one of his posts that led to, excuse me, where was, yeah, it was his original post that led them to discuss it. And then they went down the list and looked at all the nominees and who won. And it's hard to get pissed when you don't, you take your name out of the hat and then wonder why your name didn't get thrown in. Come on, dude. I mean, that's bullshit. So, um, we need to show up. If we bring a belt to Heroes Con, you got to wear it all weekend. Nah, man, you got to try, dude. You're again, go check out go check out Comic Journey's interviews with some of the heavy hitters in the community. And you might just have, before you get, you just want to hate on these people. Oh, take him down, man. We got a troll off. Yeah, we could just change the name of that. Yeah, it's been, yeah, if you didn't do that, then the big channels with 50,000 subscribers, and Circumstances has mentioned this many times. When you look at the grand scheme of things, comic book community is a very small niche group. Go look at cards, go look at any other collectible. Comic books is small. 50,000 is nothing. So, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, man, check it out. You were probably driving back or something, but I wanted to make sure I got it in front of you. So, take a look at it, man. It's it's worth seeing. A picture of the award is actually on the thumbnail for the show. So, I mean, that's like, whether anybody clicks the video or not, it's there for everybody to see. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I'll tell you, it is a, I don't know if I call them a tribe as much. I'd call it's more like the island of misfit toys. I think that's what CJ's tribe is more like. Yeah, no, I'm saying subs. I'm saying subs for individual channels. Go look at cards. Comic books is way smaller than a lot. There's not that. Go look at any other collectible market. Comic books is way smaller than a lot. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you can disagree, or we can look at facts. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because who has the most who has the most members? I mean, there's not that many. You know, you got a couple at the top, and then you got a bunch of little. We celebrate 1,000 subs in this community. It's nothing. It's facts. It's fact check. Yeah, vinyl's another one. Right. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like, it feels like a lot because we're in it, but go look at cards, dude. Cards is crazy, man. Everybody's got 50,000 subs in cards. Ton more people than comics. And yet we celebrate, oh, I got 1,000 subs, high five. That's, it's nothing. All right, no, all right. We're not talking about the same thing. I just realized I'm saying 50,000 subs for YouTube, for YouTube, like the subs for YouTube channels. I'm not saying comic books in 50,000 people who like comic books. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, we're not talking about the same thing. Yeah, I'm talking about there's there's a lot more people than that like comic books. I'm saying, yeah, the subs per channel. What is and that's and there's the tribe argument. I've never even heard of them. Never even heard of Variant Comics. Yeah, that's a good yeah. I'll check it out though. I'll definitely check it out. That's yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, so I'm just talking about as a collectible market on YouTube. Comic books is really small compared to the others. Not comic books and comic book lovers are big. So yeah, at any rate, I celebrate what Brian does, and I'm a fan, and I think everybody should think it's important. Um, I think it does nothing but good for the community. And if you're, if you're mad because you weren't included, then if you're mad because you weren't included, yeah, that's and I'm relatively new, so it's not weird that I wouldn't have heard of Variant Comics. But there again, I stick to what I like, so that's part of my that's part of my argument is that there's a handful of people that have a lot, and even they might get missed, because we tend to stick to what we're used to. We stay in our lane, we stay in our tribe. That's kind of like reinforced the argument I was talking about earlier. But we gotta get the word out there. I mean, if Variant Comics has that many subs, he should be involved. He should be a part of this because obviously there are fans who watch him. I'm not. I'm not. Y'all aren't following what I'm saying. I want to. I mean, I haven't seen that. Where is that? Where are they? I haven't seen comic book channels with multiple millions of subs, and that is crazy. That dude's got 2.5 million subs, and it's and people haven't heard of him. Doesn't that seem crazy? That seems crazy to me. And it's not that it's not. I think it's still. I mean, you look at there's a lot of channels. There's not. I don't know. I want to see, and it's not so much that it's the comic books. It's compared to. You're still missing the point that it's compared to other collectible audiences. There's a lot more cards than comics. A lot more. Go check. Go look. I mean, if you're not into cards, you wouldn't know, but I am. I mean, it definitely there's definitely yeah, I mean 2.5 million subs, and Damien's been doing this for a while. You haven't heard of him. It's just crazy that there's that many. We tend to stay. But compared to cards, I'm not saying there's not any. I'm just saying lower subs are a bigger deal for cards than or for comics than it is for cards. I'm not saying there's not any. I'm just saying there's not as many. There's a lot more for cards and other collectibles in general. So at any rate, this wasn't about that. This is about Brian. Let's get the word out there. I mean, not that anybody hasn't, but I definitely want to. I think it's important that, something that Callie said, that YouTube does, we do kind of stick to what we're familiar with. And I think it's important that people start to embrace it as a way to get the word out there. And for people who create content on YouTube as it pertains to comics, get noticed. Your fans appreciate it. Like it's important for us to embrace it, I think, and not just like blow it off or make fun of it or best hair. Who cares? It's fun, it's a fun category. And it would have been, if you think you got the best hair and you weren't included, then guess what? You probably didn't give a crap to start with. So, it does tend to it does tend to create some separation, but I think at the end of the day, I think it's good. I think it will, for sure. I think it definitely will. We've just created a new category, Phil. There you go. I know, me too. Mr. 170 subs here. Tylox, you got my vote, buddy. I even might have got you a couple extra votes promoting your the mighty mullet. So guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me this Friday afternoon. It's this always brings a joy to my heart, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. I feel good about it. And yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. We do live in it. We stick with what's familiar, man. That's the tribe thing. I agree with that. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're a fan, you subscribe and watch something on a regular basis, it's only natural to want them to get notoriety. So, yeah, let's all do our part, man. This grassroots movement. Let's get the word out there this year. It's grown every year. Damien, what if he cuts it and donates it to wig company or something? So yeah, it's let's get the word out there. I think it's grown from year 1 to year 2. I think year 3 is going to be even bigger. And I think the more people talk about it, like Brian said, the more people talk about it, the more it's going to matter, the more people will see it for what it's intended to be, which is just honoring people who take the time to do this, I mean, it's yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's spread the word. Guys, y'all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, y'all take care. Peace.